Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Brad from the National Pool, and today we're going to be taking a look at the MXR Dyna Comp guitar pedal. This retails for about $80 from most any retailer. I picked it up actually just because I read that John Frusciante uses it. And about a year ago, I was just trying to basically get like every pedal that he had, just trying to grab his tone. Because as anyone that's seen my videos before knows, I'm just a huge fan of John Frusciante and all of his work. So this is something that he uses, and the Amazon listing also lists it as being the Nashville sound. So that should give you some perspective on what this can do. Anything from Chili Peppers type John Frusciante solo work, all the way over to your Nashville twang kind of sound. And so it's just on the pedal itself, it's just called the MXR Dyna Comp, but apparently it's also the model number is M102. And according to Amazon, this came out in 2004. So I'm not sure if I can only assume that they've made some small upgrades to it since then. But basically here, it's super simple, just output and sensitivity. You can kind of adjust those by ear. The one thing, the output actually kicks quite a bit. So I think your main thing is just the sensitivity knob, just making sure that you don't overdo it. And then, because then you'll get like every string kind of, or every note that you play just kind of pops too much. And so we're just going to go over some pros and cons here. Let's start with the cons, because I don't have too many. This is actually a really great pedal, especially for the price. $80, you're $20 under $100, so you really can't beat that. I know that sounded kind of strange, but it's a good price. So my main gripe with this, and this is also a bit of a pro though too. This thing's made of metal. It's rugged as hell. It's like military grade. The battery is behind these 4 screws here. So in the pro category, that, if you're doing a live performance and things are getting crazy, that your battery is not going anywhere. The downside, I would say, especially in a live performance, if your battery happens to go dead, you have to sit here with screwdrivers, unscrew all of them. I don't know what size that is, how common that screwdriver size is. So basically, like, pop this off, replace the battery, and then sit there and screwdriver. So hopefully your front man can tell some good jokes or something if you have to replace this battery mid-set. That would be terrible. And just a really simple on-off switch right there. It does have a 9-volt adapter. Oh yeah, this does take 9-volt batteries. There is an adapter. I don't have one, but I would assume that would certainly alleviate your live performance issues. And again, just really simple input, output, just like that. So a few ways in which I use this pedal is, I'm in an apartment, as you can see, and I can't really crank up the amp all the time. Don't really have that luxury. Don't want to piss off the neighbors. So I tend to record a lot of guitar just direct into my Focusrite 18i8, I think. Maybe I'll review that at a later point in time. But so if you're going direct, this can just kind of help you get a bit of a stronger signal while you're going direct, which is really helpful. You get a little bit of compression on the front end instead of having to do everything inside the box. And it's also great for, of course, probably what Frusciante type, like lead guitarist would use it for. It definitely adds a lot of sustain to your solos, and that I think can't be underestimated, especially when you start combining it with other pedals, maybe a distortion, big muff pie, that kind of stuff. Really solid. And another application that, you tend to use things for their unintended purpose, I think, especially in music. I actually will run a dynamic microphone into this sometimes. Of course, at the moment, I'm using a condenser here, and it's really windy outside. I hope that's not picking up too much. But I'll actually run a dynamic microphone into this just to really boost the signal, because I think especially when you go direct with a dynamic mic, it can just the volume just isn't there. So really, not so much for the sensitivity, but just for a volume gain. And there's probably better pedals out there that will do just that more efficiently. But you know, since I already have this pedal, it works great for doing that. You just have to watch the sensitivity. And I'll really just use, this is a SM48 with a very large dent in it, but still works like a champ. But I typically only record vocals with a condenser mic. I'd love to try out a ribbon mic at some point. But if I'm doing something where I have to really project on the vocals, like I don't really scream, but almost up to that threshold, then that's when I'll probably switch to the dynamic mic with the compressor on it. And so that's mostly it for this review. I would say all around, this is a fantastic buy. I know I mentioned Frusciante a million times, and Frusciante, but even if you're doing stuff that's in between, you know, rock to country, you know, I don't have much to say about the country end of it because I don't tend to do that much music. But if you're a guitarist that tends to play in multiple genres, maybe you're doing stock music or you play in a variety of bands, this is a fantastic compressor to use. Great price. I will say that I have not tried very many other guitar pedal compressors. This is the first one that I've got, and probably the only one that I will get, and it works great. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Please subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and I will be doing a lot more gear reviews. As you can see, I got a lot of gear behind me. So stay tuned. Hope you enjoyed the video, and check this pedal out if the review sounds interesting. Take care.